Shalom, Israel. Peace and light to the children of light scattered to the four corners of the earth. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Children of Light Israelites. Today I'll be your teacher. My name is King Kwana Bunny Yisrael, the zeal of Ahaya, from the tribe of Judah, from the Children of Light Israelites. And today we're going to bring out a particular topic that the Most High has blessed us with to feed the holy flock. Today's lesson is called the renewed covenant back to Eden, okay? Because we're going back to the original man. We're going back to the original Adam. Where Adam fell, we're going back to the original glory of the Most High. It is on us to teach the higher law, the higher mystery, the laws of life, so that we may walk in these laws and we may live forever, okay? According to as it is written, thus shall it be. So, once again, I'd like to thank you for your wise company. And as usual, I'm going to say the Shema. Shema Yasha Allah Ahaya, Allahaya Nawa Ahaya Akkad. Shema Yasha Allah Ahaya, Allahaya Nawa Ahaya Akkad. Shema Yasha Allah Ahaya, Allahaya Nawa Ahaya Akkad. Hear, O Israel, the Most High Power is one, Mother, Father, all holy, all parent in heaven. Okay? So, first and foremost, the first scripture we're going to get into is going to be Genesis chapter 1. Going to start from verse 20 and read down to 29. Genesis chapter 1 verse 20, and it reads, And the Most High said, Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creatures that have life, and the fowls that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And the Most High created great whales and every living creature that moved, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And the Most High saw that it was good. And the Most High blessed them, saying, Be fruitful and multiply, fill the waters and the seas, and let the fowls multiply in the earth. Verse 23. And the evening and the morning was the fifth day. And the Most High said, Let the earth bring forth the living creatures after his kind, cattle and creeping things, and the beasts of the earth after his kind. And it was so. And the Most High made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and the cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And the Most High saw that it was good. And the Most High said, Let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowls of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So the Most High created man in his own image. In the image of Elohim he created him, male and female created he them. Verse 28. And the Most High blessed them and said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowls of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Verse 29. And the Most High said, Behold, I have given you every green herb bearing seeds which upon the face of the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of the tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. And to every beast of the earth, and every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. So now we see the covenant that was established in the beginning, where the Most High blessed creation. He blessed Adam. He made Adam and Eve in his image, in the image of the father and mother, male and female. Okay, he blessed Adam, and then he told him to be fruitful and multiply. And he also gave Adam dominion over the animals, to rule over them in love and righteousness and equity. Okay. I bet Adam wasn't looking at the animals, looking at the chicken, talking about, oh, look at that 2 pieces of the biscuit. Looking at a cow and say, nah, you know your name ain't cow, your name's steak, okay? It was equity between man, it was equity between animal, okay? There was no difference between them. But we see the Most High, what? He blessed the creation. He took, what? The cattle out of the ground, just like he took what? The man out of the ground, and he blessed both of them after he created them, okay? He told them to be fruitful and multiply, all right? But we see Satan cursed creation, and we're going to look into that information of Satan cursing creation. That's the Essene Gospel, chapter 29, and it reads, At this Yeshua said unto them, This good earth which my father and mother made for joy and gladness, ye have made into the lowest regions of hell with your evil deeds of violence and cruelty. Why doeth the stronger always preyeth on the weak? Tell ye, since Satan cursed the holy creation of the Most High, no thing is safe in the earth from unholy men, till the Son of Man cometh in all his glory, and free every creature from the curse of dread and fear. So we see once again right here that Satan, he cursed creation, okay, as the Most High blessed creation. Now here comes Satan, cursing creation with his evil tactics, okay, telling you to eat the animals, telling you what, you can kill your brother, kill your sisters, kill anything, to kill the earth, period, to ravish and rape the earth, as Edom has done, okay? But we see right now, in the beginning, the Most High blessed creation, Satan come through, he want to curse creation, okay? We can see that man and beast, they are like unto brothers, and we're going to show that analogy that man and beast have, that there's no difference. They was both taken from the ground. They are actually brothers, okay, in creation, all right, made by the Most High. That makes them brothers, all right? The creatures of the Most High and the man of the Most High. Man was made to have that dominion over them, okay, to rule over them in the righteousness and in equity. So we're going to look at that in the Bible and see exactly what I was saying, that man, it is no better than a beast, okay, without the spirit. That's why fleshly men, people who adhere to the law of the flesh, they are like unto beasts, but you must ascend to the spirit, okay? Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 19, and it reads, For that which befalleth the sons of man befalleth beasts, even one thing befalleth them, as one died, so died the other. Yea, they have all one breath, so that a man hath no preeminence above a beast, for all is vanity. So you see right there, once again, man and beast, there is no difference between it. They all have one breath. They share the same spirit. They are brothers and sisters of creation of the Most High. So eating their flesh, okay, that is a horrific crime against creation, all right? And we have been taught this for many years, but now it is on us as the pious ones to come along and crush the lies of Satan with the spirit of truth. And so we're going to look into that, because most people will say, what about Leviticus 11? And they don't study the facts to see that once you eat dead carcasses of animals, that what? It poisons your system, period. Okay, that is what? That's a fact. That's scientifically proven. So, but people don't want to accept this truth, but they're going to see that Moses, he suffered them to eat it, which means it was what? Grievous unto him for it to happen, because our people like little kids, all right? Crying little kids, all right? Israelites, stiff-necked. So, but we're going to get this information because people will go try to justify Leviticus 11, okay? But we're going to see what the Most High has to say about this in the Gospel of the Holy 12, Lection 42, verse 6. And it reads, They said unto him, Why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement? He said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your heart, suffered you to put away your wives, even as he permitted you to eat flesh for many causes. But from the beginning it was not so. So we see once again right here that Moses suffered them because of the hardness of their heart, wanting to eat the animals, learning the ways of the Egyptians, the abomination of the Egyptians, eating the dead carcasses of the creatures, okay? Because we was meant to be holy people, a holy nation, like unto the Most High, right? We was given to protect the animals, rule over them, as it said in Genesis 1, and what? Dominion over them in righteousness and equity with love, all right? If you don't understand the four living creatures that sit before the throne of the Most High, then you won't understand that creatures are indeed our brothers and sisters as well, okay? So, but we're going to get into some more understanding, and we're going to see that what was not, he suffered it so, meaning what? He allowed it, but in the beginning it was not so. Just like multiple wives, just like divorces, okay, and just like all the things that he suffered, the madness that's going on. But when you suffer a little bit to happen, you can see that what? All the madness starts to creep in more and more. Then there's more lawlessness to what? Guess what? No more law, like the Christian church teach. You ain't got to keep no law. You saved by grace, okay? And then you got the Hebrew Israelites, they screaming the law of Moses, the law of Moses. But the real law is the renewed covenant going back to Eden. The original law, the first law, okay? And we're finna look at that law today, all right? But first and foremost, we're gonna look at the Nag Hammadi, and we're gonna look at the Gospel of Thomas. We're gonna see that he who stands at the end is the same that stands at the beginning, which means the laws that was established at the beginning, we're going back to those beginning laws, okay? Even though we're in the end, we're going back to the beginning laws because we understand that the Most High is looking for a particular people, all right? A peculiar people, a particular people, the Israelites, all right? According to the flesh and the spirit, all right? Both, according to the flesh and the spirit, because all Israel is not Israel just because you physically an Israelite, okay? You must ascend to the spirit. But today we're going to show that covenant where we can come back to the spirit, okay? The Gospel of Thomas in the Nag Hammadi, verse 18, and it reads, the disciples said to Yeshua, tell us, how will our end come? Yeshua said, have you found the beginning then that you are looking for the end? You see, the end will be where the beginning is. Congratulations to the one who stands at the beginning. That one will know the end and will not taste death. And Yeshua said, congratulations to the one who came into being before he came into being. So we see once again, the man who came into his spiritual being before he came into this physical existence, predestination, that the law was written in their hearts from the beginning, okay? Because this law was given to me directly from the Spirit, all right? And we're going to look into some more of this information to see, blessed is the person who existed in the hearts and the thought of the fathers before they physically came into this existence. Blessed is he who stands on the first commandments given in the beginning. Okay, the renewed covenant back to Eden. And we're going to see that this particular covenant, this renewed covenant going back to the beginning, was written in the hearts of the elect. And we're going to look at that some more in the Nag Hammadi, in the Gospel of Truth. The Gospel of Truth in the Nag Hammadi, the living book in the hearts of the little children. In their hearts, the living book of the living was manifested. The book that was written in the thought and in the mind of the Father, and from before the foundation of all, is in that incomprehensible part of him. This is the book that no one found possible to take, since it was reserved for him who will take it to be slain. No one could appear amongst those who will believe in salvation as long as the book had not appeared. For this reason, the compassionate, faithful Yahweh was patient in his sufferings until he took that book, since he knew that his death meant life for many, just as in the case of a will that has not yet been opened and the fortune of the deceased master of the house is hidden, so also in the case of all that has been hidden, as long as the Father of all was invisible and unique in himself, in whom every space has its source. For this reason Yeshua appeared, and he put on that book, and he was nailed to a stake or a cross. So once again, we see that the Messiah's life, he put on that book, that new covenant, to show us what? To come back to the Most High, to show us how to what? Worship the Most High. We're going to look at this little book, okay, that the Messiah, because it was written on our hearts, the new covenant is written in our minds, and is written in our spirits. And we're going to see that from the beginning, this book that was in the hand of the Most High, that the Messiah is the only one who is worthy to get this book, okay, this information, which is the laws of life, all right? This book to show us how to live humane, to be at oneness and love with all creation, all right? To protect creation, how he was given as a second angel to rule over the earth in peace and in equity, all right? Not the madness how people is today, like little demons, all right? Okay, so we're going to keep going, and we're going to look at that. We're going to validate that information right there out of the KJV. Revelation chapter 5, verses 1 through 9. And we're going to be looking at this little book once again that was in the hand of the Most High. And the only one was worthy to touch this little book was the Messiah, because anyone who was worthy of this book will have to die, okay? Because the Messiah gave his life to show us the what? Living pattern, how to walk in righteousness, and they killed him for it, all right? The pagan Jews, okay? Talking about the Passover. He ain't eat the Passover lamb, all right? He blasphemed the law of Moses and crucified the Messiah, okay? So we're going to look at this information again, once again, with this book. Revelation chapter 5, verses 1 through 9, and it reads, "And I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within and on the backside, sealed with 7 seals. And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, Who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof? And no man in heaven nor in earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon. And I wept much, because no man was found worthy to open and read the book, neither to look thereon. And one of the elders said unto me, Weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof." Verse 6, "And I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders stood a lamb, as it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of Elohim sent forth into all the earth. And he came, and he took the book out of the right hand of him who sat upon the throne. And when he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and the 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of the saints. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to the most high power, by thy blood out of every kindred, tongue, and people, and nation. Verse 10, "And has made us unto our Elohim kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth." So once again, we see right here that the Messiah have given us the information to make us kings and priests to rule over the earth in equity and love, okay? The renewed covenant, okay? Because no ravenous beast shall enter into New Eden, okay? No violent soul shall enter in, all right? You want to eat up the animals, you look at them as meats, okay? You don't even see them as a life force that has creation force and life power to be able to move and breathe just how you breathe, taken from the earth just how we're taken from the earth. Okay, if you can't perceive that, you will not make it into new kingdom. You will not perceive the kingdom of heaven, which is from within. You will not have what? The laws of life, which is the humane laws of love, which is not not a new law, but an old law. But we're renewing it because they have lied on this, they have lied on that, they don't lie about everything. So now it's on us as Essenes, as pious ones, to bring out the information according to spirit and truth, as it is written. So we see this information. The Messiah was slain to come to show us the living pattern, this little book, so that we may walk in the ways of the Essene Messiah and love all creation, to redeem what? All creation back to the Most High, all right? Because all creation failed when Adam gave over dominion and listened to the God of death instead of hearkening unto the God of life. When he told him, if you eat this, you will surely die, he should have what? Listened to those commandments. If you don't sin, you won't die. If you break the commandments, you die. The wages of sin is death. Okay, so we're going to look at this information. It says the little book was written in the hearts of Ahiah, okay, which is in his right hand, this book that Messiah walked up and took. Verse 2, it says, "Who was worthy to loose the seals? No man in heaven, nor in earth, but it was Yeshua who gave forth the living pattern," okay? The 4 beasts and the 24 elders, they all pay homage to the Most High and to the Lamb for what? Redeeming creation back to him. Redeeming creation back to the renewed covenant, okay? Back to Eden, back to paradise, all right? On earth as it was in the beginning. And we're going to see this invisible law, this invisible little book. It was written in the hearts of the elect in the last days. And we're going to see this renewed covenant was spoken of in the Old Testament, always speaking of a new covenant coming. Always speaking of a renewed covenant coming. And we're going to show you that that renewed covenant is dealing with animals and humans, okay? We're going to get this information. Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 31. And it reads, Behold, the days come, saith the Most High, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them, saith the Most High. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Most High. I will put my law in their inward parts, and I will write it in their hearts, and I will be their Elohim, and they shall be my people. And they shall teach no more every man saying, Know his neighbor, and every man his brother saying, Know the Most High. For they shall all know me, from the least of them to the greatest of them, saith the Most High. For while I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sins, saith the Most High, no more. So once again, the Most High is showing us that this covenant, this renewed covenant that he's going to write on our hearts, because this particular covenant that was given to me to share my testimony, this was given directly from the Spirit, because like any other Israelite, I saw Leviticus 11 and I was like, okay, I can eat clean and unclean meats. But I was wondering why I was sick and I was facing things in my body, right? And then the Most High said, it's the meats. That's what's killing you. You keep eating them, you're going to die. Literally from the Spirit. And when it said that, when I heard the voice said, I looked and I was like, what? Looked around like, huh? And guess what? Never again. Spit the meat out until the Most High showed me the Essene records a week later, after I given my heart over to the Most High from the Spirit to say, you know what? I'm going to just listen to what the Spirit told me to do, to not eat flesh no more. Then I found the Essene records and tears like just rolled down my face. That's a true story, but the Most High shown me from the Spirit. He's dealing with me from the Spirit. And he has sealed the law on other people's heart as well. Because there are many people waking up to this fact, okay, that it is unlawful to be eating what? The dead carcasses of the creatures which kill your body, all right? So now, but those who are just going vegan because of what the health and all this, that's good that you have that base understanding. But the spiritual significance to it is to love your brothers and your sisters, the animals, okay, the creatures of the Most High, who he created to be loved and to be cherished. And we see that this particular covenant, it is written in our hearts, it is written in our spirits, and the Most High shall what? We shall be his people, and no one shall tell everyone. You should know the Most High, because everyone will have an intimate relationship with the Most High for themselves. Every household. And we're going to look at that information some more as well. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 16 and 17. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 16, and it reads, This is the covenant that I will make with them after those days, said the Most High. I will put my laws in their heart, in their minds, and I will write them, verse 17, and their sins and iniquities I will remember no more. You see that? So once again, the Most High, like he has shown us, that he will write the covenant in our hearts, in our minds, because like I stated earlier, many people are waking up to this fact, okay, with the understanding that is going out to the four corners of the earth, that is unlawful to, okay, be shrouded in the blood of the innocent, all right? So we're going to look at that information. So we see everyone from the greatest to the least shall have an intimate relationship with a higher, and no need to be told to go this way or go that way, for they will be sons and daughters of the Most High Power. Okay, we're going to see, because the law will be written in our heart, this holy law, which sets us apart, which purifies our body, our emotional body, our physical body, and our spiritual body, that we may line up and be oneness with the Most High, okay, and be subjection, okay, to the angels of the Most High, all right, so that we may all worship together as one in love and edification of the Most High, all right? And we're going to look at this information, the Essene Gospel, chapter 53. And it reads, And Yeshua said unto them, The law is holy in the letter, but more perfect in the spirit. For the letter without the spirit is dead, but the spirit maketh the letter alive. Take ye heed, wherefore, that you obey the law from the heart and in the spirit of love. All the commandments which I have given unto you, for each law is a hedge unto thee, and a safeguard for thy soul. So we see once again right here, That's part one. I'm going to read part two of it. But we see right here, the law is perfect in the spirit. It is holy in the letter. When you observe it on physical paper, but then when you put it into practical use, you become what? The living word, and the law is written in your heart, okay? It is even more pure in the spirit. So we're going to look at this part two of this. As seen, Humane Gospel, chapter 53, part 2. Let the law be unwritten within your own heart rather than on the table of stone memorial. In this manner be ye perfect, as which things nevertheless you ought to do, and not to leave the other things undone. For I say unto you again, the law I have given unto you is holy, just, and good, and blessed are all they who obey and walk therein. For truly I tell you, the Most High is spirit, and they who worship the Most High must worship him in spirit and in truth at all times and in every place under the sun. Wherefore, whosoever listens to my words and keepeth the holy law, pure and undefiled, will inherit rich rewards in this life and everlasting life in the world to come. So we see once again right here that the law is holy. Okay, it is perfect in the spirit. We must take heed. We must follow the laws of life from a pure heart, out of love, as it was spoken. Okay, back in the days, now we're going to see that this is the same covenant that the Essene Messiah have given us, and we're going to validate this through the Tanakh. Okay, in the Old Testament, to show you in the prophets, which is the Tanakh. Okay, we're going to show you that it was always spoken of a what? A new covenant coming. But people seem to leave out this particular scripture that said the covenant would be with the animals. But we're going to get this information, okay? Hosea chapter 2, verse 18. Hosea chapter 2, verse 18, and it reads, And in that day I will make a covenant for them with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven, and with the creeping things of the ground, and I will break the bow and the sword and the battle out of the earth, and I will make them to lie down in safety. So we see back in Jeremiah 31 and 31, it was speaking of a new covenant that would be written in our hearts. Then we see right here in Hosea chapter 2, verse 18, that this new covenant will be with the animals. Okay, so we've been singing to people the laws of life and telling them over and over and over like a song, okay? Just on repeat. Keep the laws of life, repent. Keep the laws of life, repent. But yet you got these people, they just shrouded in blood in the gods of their stomach, which is their bellies, okay? They do not want to give up the shroud of blood, okay? But the elect, they will come together. They will gather out of the shroud of blood, out of Babylon, to go back to the wilderness. As it is written, thus shall it be. Okay, and we're going to get some more information, but we're going to look into this once again, that this covenant that was made, okay, this renewed covenant, this back to Eden covenant, it is showing the equity again with the animals, all right? It is showing that the laws that was written in our hearts, that little book that was in the hand of the Most High, that was in his thoughts and in his heart, that the Messiah gave his life to get this information. He broke the seals, the 7 seals, which are the 7 angels of the Most High. He released them into the earth that we may get this information, do the communions, perceive that we are children and daughters of the Most High, okay? Sons and daughters, that we are the children of the Most High. We are the sons and daughters of the Most High. And now that we're able to commune with the angels, we can actually come into the presence of the Most High. But you won't come into the presence of the Most High shrouded in blood, okay? And we're going to get that information as well. Now we're going to look at the equity between the animals once again. Isaiah chapter 11 verse 6, and it reads, The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them, and the crow and the bear shall feed their young ones, shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox, and the suckling child shall play on the hole of an asp, and the weaned child shall put his hands on a cockatrice's den. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Most High as the waters covers the sea. So you see right there once again, the Most High, the knowledge is going to be full of the earth is going to be full of the knowledge of the Most High, of the laws of life, okay? Because there will be no hurting or no death on the holy mountain once again. And people look at this scripture and they don't want to acknowledge it, that the kingdom, it will be vegan. There will be no flesh eating in the kingdom. We're going back to the beginning covenant, the renewed covenant back to Eden, okay? Because this is not what, like I stated earlier, this is not a new law. This is the old law. It is the law of love, that you love all creation. Equity for all creation, all right? So we're going to look at that information as well. And we're going to precept that to look at the equity between the animals, because we see that they was feeding together. The lion wasn't chasing the gazelle. They was all eating hay and all lying together and loving one another, all animals in safety and in peace, no hurt on the holy mountain once again. And we're going to look at that information again in the Essene Gospel chapter 7, and it reads, "For thus shall yet be fulfilled through him the words of the prophet, the lion shall lay down with the calf, and the leopard with the kid, and the wolf with the lamb, and the bear with the ass, and the owl with the dove, and a child of the Most High shall lead them. And it shall come to pass that none shall hurt or destroy in my holy mountain. For my earth and my sanctuary shall be full of the knowledge of the Holy One, even as the waters cover the bed of the sea. And it shall come to pass in that day I will make again a renewed covenant with the beasts of the earth, and with the fowls of the air, and with the fishes of the sea, and with all created things, for all shall know me. And I will break the bow and the arrows of the hunters, and the sword of slaughter, and all the instruments of bloodshed will I banish from the earth, even forever. And I will surely make all of them my creatures to lie down in safety and in peace, and to live without fear or outcry. For neither shall there be hunger, nor shall they thirst any more, but be fed and cherished. For even as the sun rises and sets each new day, shall it be in the land blessed by the Most High power, wherein all dwell securely. And I will take unto myself all those elect, and deliver unto them eternal righteousness, and in lasting peace, and in loving kindness they will know thy true Elohim and all his love." So we see once again right here the Essene manual, the Messiah is showing us that once again when he come back into all his glory, that he will break the bows of the sword of instruments of bloodshed, and there shall be peace on earth. We're going back to the beginning. And anyone that is a violent soul and they want to eat the animals will be put to death as well, okay? So now we're sending out this information, the laws of life. This is the renewed covenant, and we're bringing you the renewed covenant, and we're going back to Eden, okay? The beginning and the end, all right? The beginning and the end, okay? Ah and Tha, all right? And everything in between. The strong mark, the mark of Messiah on your heart, on your mind, written in your spirit, okay? And we're going to get that information and look some more into this, to see that all creation will be in equity with each other. All animals will love each other. And what? A covenant between animal and man, beast and man, all right? The creatures of the Most High and man, and the creatures of the Most High loving each other as well, not eating each other like the lion eating the gazelle and the zebra, okay? All of that is getting straightened out. Back to Eden, where all animals and all people, all life was in oneness with each other. It was what? Paradise on earth. When people say, oh, I'm going to heaven, when you die, going to heaven. No, we're bringing forth the kingdom of heaven on earth, because the kingdom of heaven is within. We shall manifest what is within, and we shall manifest it without, okay? Which is the outer realm of us, okay? We shall mirror image, okay? Mirror neurons, okay? And we're going to look into this information once again to show the equity between the animals in this renewed covenant that is coming to the earth when we get back into the land and be sprinkled clean. Isaiah chapter 65 verse 25, and it reads, "The wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and dust shall be the serpent's meat. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountains, saith the Most High power." So we see once again right here that when we get back in the land, there will not be like little demons talking about we finna cut up the lamb and eat it for Passover, the Passover. No, you will not be eating up the innocent creatures of the Most High power in his land, okay? You will not be butchering the animals in his land, okay? Because everyone who is participating in these rituals of death, when death come knocking at your door, don't be looking like, oh, what's going on? Why this coming back to me? Because guess what? You would, seeing that you did not hate blood, blood shall pursue thee, okay? So I try to tell my people to come and keep the laws of life, and we're going to give forth the laws of life today. But as we see this renewed covenant, back to Eden, man and animal in equity towards each other, oneness again, back to the glory of the Most High, back to being what? A second angel to rule over the earth and dominion over all the animals, all right? As the Most High has said, okay? And we're going to look at, we're going back to Eden, the elect, the holy Essene brotherhood. When we get back into the land, we shall furnish the whole land. We shall make the desert like the Garden of Eden. As it is written, thus shall it be. Okay? And we're going to get that information. Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 34. And it reads, and the desolate land shall be tilled, wherein it lay desolate, in the sight of all that pass by. And they shall say, this land was desolate is become like the Garden of Eden. And the waste and desolate and ruined cities are become fenced and are inhabited. Verse 36. Then the heathen that are left round about shall know that I am the Most High, and I build the ruined places, and I plant that which was desolate. I, the Most High, have spoken it and will do it. So we see right here, once again, that the elect will be back in the land. Okay, we will be back tilling the earth, and we will inhabitate the desolate places. Okay? And the heathens that are left, because they're going to start killing each other off, as it is written, thus shall it be. Nation shall rise up against nation. Everyone started killing each other off except for the elect, who's gathered together in peace and love and equity. And we know to go back to the desolate places, the ruined places, okay? To what? To start to plant vineyards and bring forth the Garden of Eden. And let us look at that some more. Isaiah chapter 51, verse 2. Isaiah chapter 51, verse 2, and it reads, look unto Abraham your father, and unto Sarah that bare you, for I called him alone, and blessed him, and increased him. For the Most High shall comfort Zion. He will comfort all her wasted places, and he will make her wilderness like Eden, and her desert like the garden of the Most High. Joy and gladness shall be found therein. Joy and gladness shall be found therein. Thanksgiving and the voice of melody. Hearken unto me, my people, and give ear unto me, O my nation, for a law shall proceed from me, and I will make my judgment to rest for a light of the people. So you see this once again, the word of the Most High say, hearken unto him. He will give a law, he will give a standard that we may what? That we may be in the land and bring forth the land as the Garden of Eden. Once again, back into the wilderness, showing us where we come from. Look unto Abraham, look unto Sarah, that we come from righteousness. Let us go back to righteousness, back to the beginning, okay? Well, we give thanks and melody and graciousness to all things. A bunch of Essenes in the wilderness singing, because we already know that Essenes are artists. Most of every Essene that I know, or a high percentage of them, they can sing, they can rap. So guess what? They're going to be out in the wilderness together giving forth praises to the Most High. We're going to be praising the Most High, how Judah supposed to praise the Most High, okay? We shall show forth that attribute in our name, Judah, the tribe of Yahweh, okay? And let us continue with this information, because the blessings of Abraham shall be restored unto us, and it shall flow like the crystal clear rivers of the restored covenant of the new heaven and new earth. Okay? Now we're going to look at this information once again. The Essene Humane Gospel, chapter 3, and we're going to look into the restoration of the holy law and the Garden of Eden to restore all creation. Once again, to restore all creation. All right. Essene Humane Gospel, chapter 3, And Joseph spoke these words, Blessed be the true Elohim of our fathers and our mothers in Israel, for in the acceptable time thou hast surely heard my voice, and in the day of salvation hast thou always helped me. For did not thou say it, I will preserve thy holy seed and make thee a covenant of the people to renew the face of the earth and return every living thing back to its root, and to cause the desolate places to be rescued from the very hands of the ones doing the spoilings? For thou hast promised to restore Eden over the face of the earth, and give peace and joy unto all the creatures, that thou mayest say to the captives, Go ye forth, and be set free, even as you were born free. And to them that lived in darkness, because of fear, thou sayest, Show yourself in the light of day, and be ye not afraid any more. For they, one and all, shall again feed in the ways of pleasantness only. For thy people at that time shall no more no more hunt, nor worry the creatures with fear of hungerness. For I shall be fed and satisfied, which I have made to rejoice before my eyes. Nay, nor shall any hunger or thirst any more. Neither shall the heat of day smite them, nor shall the cold of night destroy them. And none shall be weary or restless, for all shall be at peace with one another under the Father, Mother, Elohim of eternity. Therefore, sing ye holy angels in the heaven, and rejoice, thou earthly man. O ye desert, break forth with righteous songs. For truly thou, O Elohim, doest comfort thy people and all thy creatures, and surely counsel them that have suffered wrong. Selah. So we see right here Yosef, the father of the Messiah, giving forth this prophecy to restore the Garden of Eden back over the face of the earth, to make everyone to live in humane love with each other, the animals, and all equity for all creation, all right? According to as it is written, thus shall it be. We're going back to the beginning. We're going back to what? The renewed covenant, back to Eden, all right? And we shall plant trees, and we shall bring forth Eden on this earth. And we're going to give the holy law, the reading of the holy law. And I'd like to thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Children of Light Israelites. And if you like what the Most High is using me to do, subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, or look me up on Facebook, King Corner Button Israel, or look up my Facebook Israelite page, the Children of Light Israelites, okay? And we're going to read out the Essene Holy Humane Law, which is the holy law, the laws of life. We're going to read it out so that you can have a great understanding of it, okay? Yeshaya gives the holy humane law. After 6 days, when the feast of the tabernacle was nigh at hand, Yeshaya take the holy 12 and bring them up onto a high mountain away from the people. And as he was praying, the fashion of his countenance was changed, and he was transfigured before them, and his face did shine as the sun, and his robe was white as the light. And behold, there appeared unto him Moses and Elijah, talking with him and speaking of the holy law, and of his decree which he should accomplish at Jerusalem. And Moses spake, saying, This is he of whom I foretold, saying, A prophet from the midst of thy brethren, like unto me, shall the eternal Spirit send unto you. And that which the eternal Spirit speaketh unto him, shall he speaketh unto you. And unto him shall ye hearken, and whoso will not obey shall bring upon themselves their own self-willed destruction. Then Peter said unto Yeshaya, Dear Adoniah, it is good for us to be here. If thou wilt, let us make there 3 tabernacles, one for thee, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. But while he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and 12 rays of the sun issued from the clouds. And a voice came out of the clouds which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him, keep his law. And when the disciples heard it, they fell on their face and were greatly astonished. And Yeshaya came and touched them, and said unto them, Arise, and be ye not afraid. And when they lifted up their eyes, they saw no man save Yeshaya only, and the 6 glories of the eternal Spirit, and the first of the holy archangels was seen upon him. And Yeshaya said unto him, Behold, a new I give you the law, which is not new, but from old. Even as Moses gave the law of Israel after the flesh, so also I give unto you the law for the kingdom of Israel after the Spirit. For who are the Israel of Elohim? even every one of every tribe and every nation that worked righteousness, love, and mercy, and keepeth my commandments. These are the true Israel of Elohim. And standing up upon his feet, Yeshua said, speaking, Hear, O Israel, the eternal of all, thy power is one. Many are my overseers and my prophets. In me all live and move and have their substance. Ye shall love the Most High Power with all your understanding of the holy law. You shall love your neighbor as yourself, even as the law instructs. Ye shall not take away the life of any creature for your pleasure, nor for your profit, nor yet torment it. Ye shall not steal the goods of any, nor gather lands and riches to yourself beyond your needs or use. You shall not eat the flesh, nor drink the blood of any slaughtered creature, nor yet anything which bringeth disorder to your health or senses. Ye shall not make impure marriages where love and health are not, nor yet corrupt yourselves, or any creature made pure by the Holy One. You shall not bear false witness against any, nor willfully deceive any by a lie to hurt them. Ye shall not do unto others as ye would not that others should do unto you. Ye shall worship one eternal, the Father, Mother in heaven, of whom all things, and reverence the holy name, keeping sacred the daily holy communions. Ye shall revere your fathers and your mothers on earth, who care for you, and all the teachers of righteousness. Ye shall cherish and protect the weak and those who are oppressed, and all the creatures that suffer wrong. Ye shall work with your hands the things that are good and seemly. So shall ye eat the fruit of the earth and live long in the land. Ye shall purify yourselves daily and rest every Sabbath day from your labors, keeping holy the Sabbaths and the festivals of Elohim and thou Creator. Ye shall do unto others as ye would that others would do unto you. And when the disciples heard these holy words, they smote upon their breasts, saying, Wherein we have offended, O Elohim, please forgive us. And may thy wisdom and love and truth within us incline our heart to love and keep this holy law. And Yeshua said unto them, My yoke is equal and my burden is light. If you will to bear it unto you, it will be easy. Lay no other burden on those that enter into the kingdom, but only these necessary things. This is the law renewed unto the Israel of Elohim, and the complete law is within. For it is the law of love, and it is not new, but old. Take heed that you add nothing to this law, neither take away from it. For verily I say unto you, they who believe and obey this law shall be saved, and they who know and obey it not shall be lost. With that being said, I hope you see the laws of life. Shalom.